So, food pyramid, food circle, food hexagon, what's the deal? So I just want to bring some clarification for you guys on um, the shapes that we all hear about from the USDA. So the USDA wanted everyone to or want to promote healthy eating, right? So back in the 1990s, they created something called the food pyramid. Most of you guys know what that is. So the food pyramid is just a pyramid with a bunch of different sections broken off um, that we had to follow. Not had to follow, but it was recommended. And the biggest part was the foundation that they emphasized, which was the grains. And it said have 6 to 11 servings of grains a day. Well, there was a lot of confusion. People thought you just had to eat 6 minimum or had to eat 11 max. It was just confusing. And plus, we know that grains isn't the foundation of every diet, or it's not supposed to be. So they knew that, and around 2000, early 2000, they upgraded that to what was called the MyPyramid. So this is what I have here, and this is the MyPyramid. This is something I created because when I was doing my internship, I was educating third graders on the pyramid. So right here you have your grains. The green bar are your vegetables, and then you have your fruits, you have some oils, and then the blue one with some dairy, and then your proteins on your purple bar. And this was nice because this had more color. This emphasized what was good, and also had the size, so you kind of see visually how important it was. And then on the side here, they added a stair step, which they were trying to promote everyone to get out there and be active too, which I loved. So there are several things wrong with this, and I'll just say one of the things. So for the blue bar, it said dairy. They were emphasizing dairy, but they didn't say. They were saying dairy like milk and also cheeses, but they forgot to consider that a lot of people are lactose intolerant. So and then also a blue bar, it looked the most, it stood out the most. So people thought it was this essential that they had to follow this rule, but they couldn't. So there were a lot of things that went on that needed to be updated as well. And with enough complaints, in 2011 the USDA created the next method, which was called the MyPlate. And this method I love the most. I didn't really like the other ones too much. But this one I like because it's all encompassing. It's a circle. You can follow a circle, and you don't eat off a triangle, right? So this is something that you can easily relate to. So with this plate, imagine you had a plate and you were to cut it in half, okay? And you cut that in half again. So you have four different sections. So that's pretty much what the MyPlate was, or is still. And 1/4 would be your grains. It would be your complex carbs, the grains that are more brown than white, right? Not the refined stuff. We're talking about brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, those things. Those things have more nutrients. Less processed, that means you have more real nutrients, not the stuff that's added back. And then below that, you'll have your grains. Sorry, not your grains, your proteins. And I like how they emphasize proteins. So proteins could be from your animal source or your plant-based source, right? So there's less confusion on that for the vegetarians. And then on the other side, the other half, you have your fruits and vegetables. And this plate is awesome. This plate method is awesome because it focuses a lot of your meals on fruits and vegetables, right? Because the average American diet is the inverse. Usually half the plate is some sort of grain, right? If you think of a hamburger, right? You have top and bottom, you have 2 pieces of bread, right? So invert that, and it should be something that follows this. So keep in mind this plate method, even though it is a plate, you can visually see it in different ways, like a salad or on a pizza, or like a thin crust pizza, right? Things like that. So it doesn't always have to be on a plate, but as long as you can visualize that a lot of it is going to be your fruits and vegetables, you'll be fine because you'll be following this. And it's even more important now that we have our fruits and grains, fruits and vegetables, because food's not the same nowadays, right? We've been nutrient deficient for a long time. So try to follow this as much as possible, and I hope this method helps. I hope this brings a lot more clarity, and do keep in mind, nutrition industry is forever evolving. So, the industry has only been around for a little over 100 years now. So we're still a baby in comparison to the medical field that's been around for a lot longer. So be patient, guys. Things are forever changing, but yeah, find what works best for you, and then and stick with it. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't stick with it, it's just going to be another one of those diets. All right. So I hope that helped, and stick to something that works for you, and stay healthy. Bye. If you like what you saw, share this video to someone you love and care about so they can make a change in their life too. And also, don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook and on Instagram to get your daily dosage of nutrition and lifestyle tips.